Shalom, 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 Israel, giving up praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Machakadash. The man said, "That was the G-Mass who rule well." Salutations you out there, you Akim out there, pushing his word, truth, and sincerity, risking your freedom and your life to do so. More so now than ever before, because as I repeat in all my videos, we're closer to the end than ever before. You can see from the title of the video, man, a lot of you B-dubs, you black women, which is really women of the tribes, your Southern Kingdom women, which consist of Negro, West Indian, Haitian women, but I speak about all tribes. Because all you tribes of women, especially here in Western countries, live the delicious life off of the backs of men, off of saying you don't need a man, off of putting men down, saying men ain't ish. You walk around like your stuff don't stink, that you're better than men, and as a result, men are turning their backs on you, all right? And now you see, look at this article. Articles like this are coming out because women need men, like fish need water, all right? You see? And it's starting to show. So let's read this video, man, because this is also part of end time prophecy. It says black women face greater risk of eviction than any other group. Now, when they say black women, it doesn't mean the dark-skinned women of East India, all right? It's talking about American black women, or what the scriptures call the Judite women, all right? The true princesses of Judah, of the tribe of Judah, mainly. And, West Indian women, of course, they all grouped in the same category of Israelite women. It says, as a pandemic protection for tenants are lifted, let me see that video, are lifted, black women are expected to suffer the most from a potential overflow of evictions, found the USA Today investigation. The investigation closely examined King County, Washington, which has the highest filing rate for black women than any other group. There go Washington State has the highest eviction rate. It says, per USA Today and data from the University of California, Berkeley, black women are more likely than any other group to face evictions. Evictions against black women get filed at twice the rate of white women nationally. In King County, black women are filed against at 5 times the rate of white renters, with sometimes less than $10 in a bank and back rent. Per USA Today, experts anticipate black women renters will continue to suffer from this issue given the lift of pandemic protection for tenants. More on the investigation for USA Today. In county, black women accounted for 16% of evictions while making up only 5% of renters' population. Eviction proceedings are mostly formalities, even if tenants owe rent and can come up with the money. Hearings also last minutes, and tenants are rarely given relief. It takes 3 weeks on average to get evicted in Washington State. Among the top evictors in King County were corporate landlords who have received subsidies and tax breaks for affordable housing. Many tenants who receive eviction notices end up abandoning their homes without challenging their eviction, often because they don't know how to do so. When they don't respond or show up to court, this leads to what is called default judgment in favor of the landlord, meaning tenants have days to vacate the property. King County filings reviewed by USA Today, 44% resulted in a default judgment. There's a little bit left. USA Today also found other factors that put black women at risk of eviction. They are more likely to be listed as single-parent leaseholders, i.e., having government pay their bills. All right, daddy government, he writing a check. Have a higher probability of receiving nuanced citation from police at the bottom of the socioeconomic ladder, even though, quote unquote, they're the most educated woman in America, most educated people, which they get educated in BS like political science or criminal justice. BS, nothing that's related to a skill that could benefit a company or a corporation within the workforce. You see? Because their whole thing is to meet their knight in shining armor that's going to pay their bills and write them a check. So it says, upon eviction, they are not only at risk, great risk of being homeless, but also experiencing a multitude of health issues that disproportionately affect them upon losing shelter, per USA Today. It's always been the case that evictions turn families' lives upside down and make it harder for families to find safe, stable homes in the future. These devastating effects fall disproportionately on Black and brown women and children. And Senator Sherrod Brown, chairman of the U.S. Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs via USA Today. And this is the comment section. We have also been at the bottom of the totem pole, so to speak. This news is not news to us, and even though it's being reported on, nothing will change as we are the last to receive any meaningful or lasting help. Well, they go to Egypt for help. And you can see they're starting to feel the brunt of feminist movement, not needing a man to come in and help you support them bills in the family. And soon it's going to become reality. Isaiah 13, verse 12. And I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Right now, man, a lot of men, not considered precious. And this is really talking about the men of the Lord, the elect of the nation of Israel. Because when all hell breaks loose, man, Most High is going to make the elect precious, more precious than gold. Have you ever found gold walking in the street? And what are the chances of that happening? You've been on earth 40 years. It might have happened one time. And most men never find gold, like a gold chain that somebody just dropped. You know what I'm saying? That's how precious a man is going to be in that time. Because all you women still say, I don't need a man, because you got daddy government. So the Most High is going to flip the script. Isaiah 32, verse 2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind and a cover from the tempest. And right now, men are not even dealing with women. They find it more convenient to just not deal with women or have casual relationships with them. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. A lot of men are on that type of time, protecting themselves. Men are taking it to the extreme of getting vasectomies. That way they can't accidentally get anyone pregnant. They're not marrying you. They're not paying your bills. They're not helping you. They're disappearing. They're getting you pregnant. They're going across a state or another country. That's what you caused. And it really because Esau, Edom put that thing in your head. How'd you turn your back on the men? And now, when these times come and times of danger and you need a man, like you're getting evicted, you need $300 just to cover your rent for the month, man not going to be there. And it said, and they cover from the tempest as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Now, how often you going to bump into a rock with shade in the desert? How often you going to find rivers of water in a place where there's no water to be found? You see? That's how precious a man is going to be in that time. In Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And a lot of women are going to want to get with the man of the Lord in that time, but it's going to be too late. A lot of men are going to turn their back. So, as you can see from that article, man, Black women face greater risk of eviction than any other group. There's going to be a lot of you women homeless, man. Y'all going to be trying to look for a man of the Lord, man. Even in a time for food shortages and everything, man. But they're going to be shut down. So